one of the main things to get right with pads is the how the amp changes over time. So the amp envelope in Massive is always the fourth envelope here, because you can see it's assigned to the amp mod. So what I'm going to do is create a long. So again, like the wavetable that I showed you earlier, the attack is how long it's going to take for the sound to go from minimum volume to maximum volume. Decay is how long it's going to take to go from this point down to this point here. So it's always nice to back off a pad slightly once it gets to the top. Bit quick on the draw. That's good, and then you can see it finishes straight away. It's only the reverb that you can hear at the end. So I'm going to create some release so that once the sound's finished and then you let go, it takes a while for it to go out. And what that means is when you're changing from chord to chords, they merge together very nicely. Actually, that's... yeah, I quite like that. That's pretty cool. So let's record some notes, and then we'll go on to editing it in Ableton. I'm kind of on the spot now because I don't know what to press. That was alright, except for this last. I hit 2 C's there, which didn't sound great, so I'm going to move that up to a D sharp. Take out that F. And take out that F as well. See what that sounds like. Alright, that's quite cool. I mean, normally I create sort of, with pads I create a really long loop, probably, 16 bars. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I think this will do. Next thing, I'm going to listen to it once more and decide if there's anything within the synth that I don't like about it. I think if anything it probably comes in a slight bit too slow. Right, perfect. So let's concentrate on morphing this pad a little bit more. Because, I mean, what this pad's going to do once the entire song's finished is it's going to be sort of layered in the background just to create a bit of movement. But also, like a tuneful movement. So what I'm going to start off with, some EQ and a spectrum. So we can see it's kind of quite powerful all the way down to 100 Hz here, which we don't want because that's the sort of predominant frequency of our kick. So I'm going to take out all the way up to 300 Hz, which is below 300 Hz is the kind of meaty area. So above 300 you start to get a lot thinner. You can hear that. I'm going to do quite a wide cue here and boost around because I want to take a big section out of this pad, seeing as it's just going to be a background sound. It's kind of a shame to EQ that much out of it, because it's a really nice sound, but it's got to be done. I'm also going to compress it a little bit, just to add a little bit of thickness back into it. There we go. Next, a bit of auto pan, because that's going to help with morphing over time. But as I said in Massive, it's good to use LFOs without a synced rate. But in this case, I'm going to use a synced rate to, instead of a regimented sort of quarter beat, half beat, full beat, I'm going to use 3/8 of a beat, just so it changes again from bar to bar, but in a more identifiable manner. No, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use... Okay, so I'm not going to use the sync rate. I'm going to make another auto pan and use the reversed phase trick like I told you in the last video. You can hear what it's doing to the sound there. Well, that was quite cool. I mean, we're almost done here, but I'm going to add a reverb. Just to, it's going to, I mean, I'm going to have a long reverb here, and the reason for that is I want to blend the notes together a little bit more, just a tiny bit more, so it's a solid background sound, rather than, you know, not a solid background sound. Full dry wet. So we're going for a thick sound. About there. No chorus or spin. We want to low cut what's coming into it, and we're going to go for a pre-delay because it makes the initial sounds clearer. Filter out the diffusion around the bottom. Cool, I think we're about done. Maybe a bit more subtle on the auto pan. I'm just doing this to see sort of where it is in relation to where the drums are hitting. Cool. So, here's our drums with our pad. Right, there we go. So join me next time where we'll be building the tune further, maybe adding a bit of melody. Thank you.